So welcome to day 4. Now over the last few days you may have noticed that as you try to label the distraction, sometimes it can be quite tempting to even get caught up in the labelling process itself. And you might even have a little bit of confusion as to whether to label it as thinking or feeling. And there can be a little bit of thought around it. And when labelling's done in this way, then it can be potentially more of a distraction than a help. But done in the right way, it can really start to change things. And the way it was always taught to me was that rather than trying to catch every single thought or every single feeling, don't worry too much about that. There'll always be a certain amount of coming and going. It's only when you realise that you've actually completely wandered off, been distracted, and in the moment you realise, oh, I've been distracted, in that moment, that's the time to label. So don't try to catch every single thought, every single feeling and label it, because that can feel like very, very hard work. And when you do label, try to do it very, very gently. Again, it was explained to me a little bit like touching a really valuable crystal glass with a feather, rather than trying to smash open a coconut with a stick. So it's a very, very gentle kind of, okay, thinking and bringing the attention back, or feeling, bringing the attention back. So today, just notice how you note, how you label the nature of the distraction. But for now, just take a moment to get comfortable. Eyes open, aware of the space around you in the room. As you take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then as you breathe out, the next time just gently closing the eyes and shifting your attention to those physical points of contact with the chair, the floor, and the hands on the legs. Noticing any sounds. Remember, as you notice the sounds, not trying too hard to listen, but just sitting back and allowing the sounds to come in and out of your awareness. And then just bringing the attention back to the body. Noticing any obvious physical sensations. Pleasant or unpleasant. And then starting at the top of the head, just taking the next 30 seconds or so to scan down through the body as you build up a picture of what feels comfortable, spacious or relaxed, and what areas of the body perhaps feel a little bit tense, tight or uncomfortable in some way. At the same time, becoming aware of any particularly strong or obvious mood or emotion that might be around today. Reminding yourself of why you're doing what you're doing today. So being clear about what your motivation is. Not carrying forward each day your motivation from the day before, but each day asking yourself afresh, why am I doing this? Remembering the impact that this kind of exercise can have on people around you. That if you're feeling calmer, clearer as a person, just remembering the benefit that that can have for the people around you. And just remembering the effortless quality of noting. It really takes no effort at all. Just to label or note the nature of the distraction, and then to either bring the attention back to the breath or to just momentarily rest the attention in that physical sensation. But for now, just becoming more aware of the rising and falling sensation of the breath in the body. More aware of the rhythm of the breath and how each breath is slightly different from the last. And in your own time now, you can slowly begin to count the breaths as they pass. Just remembering to note very gently, quite effortlessly. Remember that idea of a feather on a glass. Simply noting, thinking, and then bringing the attention back to the breath. Or noting, feeling, and then just resting the mind with that feeling until the mind gets bored of it and you just bring the attention back to the breath again. So just continue in that way. Remember, the breath is the anchor, the base of your awareness, a place of physical sensation you can always come back to. Just continue in that way now. And then just letting go of any focus at all now. Not trying to direct the mind or control the mind in any way. Just let the mind be free. And then just bringing the attention back to the body, back to any physical sensations, in particular the contact of the body on the chair, the weight of the body. Noticing any sounds. And then just gently opening the eyes, taking a moment to refocus. Being clear in your mind about your intention to carry that awareness with you throughout the day. To be particularly conscious, aware of physical movement, of the transition from stillness to movement, and from one position to the next. For now though, just sit back in the chair, take a moment to have a stretch, to enjoy having taken that time out for yourself. And today, as you are consciously aware of standing up from the chair in just a moment, see how far you can get in your day, being aware of those transitions from, as I say, from stillness to movement. From movement to stillness. It might be as you're walking along the street and you have to stop before crossing the road. Are you aware of having moved from walking to standing? And then as you move to cross the road, are you aware of having moved from a position of stillness, of standing, to movement, to walking? So you'll find these opportunities throughout the day, and it's just remembering to be aware. And the more you can remember, the more you'll be in the present moment. And the more you're in the present moment, the less you'll be distracted by thought, the less busy the mind will feel. So we'll continue this theme tomorrow, and within the meditation itself, look at how you can apply this same noting technique to differentiate the different physical sensations that you might be experiencing each day. So see you back here tomorrow for day 5.